back from the intermission. Joe Roderick, Greg Jovi here with you for Glory Pro's Unsanctioned No New Friends versus the New World Order is your main event later on in the show. Right now, one-on-one action. Airwolf taking on DJZ. And Greg, I gotta say, these are gonna be one of those matches that I think you're gonna see as Airwolf goes airborne into the first row. I feel like these are one of those matches, 5, 7 years down the road, you're gonna be watching it on YouTube when these guys are in the big show saying, hey, they've wrestled once already at a younger age.
Absolutely. Well, DJZ's already been to that big show. He's been an X Division champion. He's been to the dance. Airwolf is just getting going. He's definitely going to be that guy that you're going to come back and look and say, I got to see him in a crowd of 200-300 people in Sauget, Illinois, when he's packing the house on the big stage.
Well, 619 there from Airwolf on the bottom rope. DJZ slaps him in the chest. Oh, and a code breaker, bringing him back in from the outside.
DJZ likes to have fun, also likes to fly through the air. I think we're going to see a little bit of that.
Slide and a miss. Slap by Airwolf.
This is not something I would expect from this match or either of these two guys to be out here throwing hands. They're much more style, athletic, like to slip away from their opponents.
DJZ telling the crowd to move. He's got big plans for Airwolf, but Airwolf reverses it. Oh! Airwolf goes airborne, second row.
DJZ wanted to chuck him over into the chairs. He did eventually, not the way he planned on it. Now he's getting this crowd chewed up.
Airwolf still on the outside, over the barricades. What's DJZ thinking? He's gonna go over the top of this rest. Right out to Airwolf.
Big splash. He calls for that DJ.
The crowd loves it when he calls for that DJ.
DJZ is one of those guys that you don't know how successful he's been. He's been successful for companies that maybe aren't at the top of the game, but Impact Wrestling, AIW, Ring of Honor, he's been everywhere and he's been successful there. And he's still young. He's still got room to grow.
The two of them get back into the ring.
Kick his ass, DJ! You really getting up? You're getting up? Okay. All right, get up.
And Airwolf, well, pun intended, but he is kind of just a young pup here in the wrestling business.
Well, this is the wrong time to run up against DJZ if you're looking to make a name for yourself. He's upset. He just lost those tag team titles, and he's predominantly a singles wrestler, so he's ready to get back out here and show why. Look at that power.
Not to mention, he just lost them, but no real rematch in sight. Not sure if he's going to be able to get that championship back near fall. Only a 2 count. Because as you mentioned earlier on in the show, during the Regal Twins match against the champion, Stephen Wolf and Myron Reed, the Besties right now are the #1 contenders after winning their match at Horsepower.
Well, I haven't talked to him. I've gotten his opinion on it or anything, but you can see tonight he's here in a singles match. He doesn't seem to be worried about the tag team titles. Like I said, he's predominantly a singles wrestler and definitely somebody capable of capturing the crown of glory. So I see no reason why he would want to go backwards when he can move forward on into greener pastures and prove himself as a single star here in Glory Pro.
DJZ trying to wiggle his way out of this.
Has him tied up.
Knocks him down to his knees. Oh! Airwolf went to stretch that back out a bit. Airwolf reverses it.
That's very smart for a young man like Airwolf to be able to counter a veteran like DJZ. DJZ trying to take control of this matchup. That's something he's just got more tools in his arsenal, and he needs to use them to take control, keep control. Look at that. Every step of the way, he's got him scouted, and a big kick to the face. That's being a vet right there.
Airwolf was staggered, but recovers. Oh! Snap German suplex. leaves DJZ laying in the middle of the ring.
Sometimes you can't account, though, for youth, vitality. He's young and dumb. He's ready to come out here and make a name for himself. Hits that snap German. Both guys are down now. That's the thing. You can only run the track meet for so long. These guys were going 100 miles an hour from the beginning of this match. And I know it's probably only been 4 or 5 minutes, but going that pace for that long, it feels like an hour already to them.
Airwolf jumps back up. DJZ gets back to his feet first. Now Airwolf up. Knocks him down with the forearm and another.
But the way he comes from downtown with those forearms, striking down on.
Goes for the suplex. DJZ reverses.
Oh, big trip. That was nice. Very innovative. You see, these young kids are trying to find different ways to do things different. Oh, my God, a shooter. He got him. Oh, my.
Very close to getting the pinfall.
Hit kind of an ugly shooting star press, but again, looking for innovation, looking to do things different. That's what Airwolf is all about.
Early on in this match, these two seem to somehow each be a step ahead of the other. If you can imagine that. Each one seems to know what's coming, and with quick reversals, neither one has really maintained a advantage yet, but that might do it. Powerbomb off the turnbuckle. DJZ didn't call for it, but the DJ here felt like playing it anyway.
Some moments just strike you right. Uh-oh.
DJZ gets him up.
Northern Lights suplex. Man, I thought he caught him with that Northern Lights.
That was two. That was two.
There was another step there of Airwolf, the young guy, catching the veteran.
That was two.
But again, you see the pace of this match wearing on these guys now. Both of them are sucking wind. They're trying to stay in this thing.
Airwolf wants the crowd behind him. Throwing DJZ off the ropes. Misses.
He was expecting something, but wasn't home there.
Oh, Airwolf catches him. Oh no! DJZ with the reversal off the top rope.
DJZ watching a little Savannah Stone tape.
Airwolf almost caught himself up there with his legs bent behind him. He was somehow able to get that shoulder up.
DJZ trying to get the crowd on his side here. Airwolf getting lifted up to the top rope here. DJZ got something on his mind. Wolf looks out of it. He looks on Dream Street here a little bit.
DJZ gets him. He's trying to get him up for a superplex. Airwolf. Shots to the head.
Oh, holding on. Look at that athleticism from DJZ.
Airwolf, though, sees it as an invitation to keep giving him those shots to the face.
Oh, big smack.
We're just waiting for that one to do it, that one to knock him off. That headbutt does it, though. Airwolf's going to continue his trip up to the top rope. Oh, DJZ, that veteran ring presence, able to knock the top rope down and get Airwolf off his feet.
I tell you what, though, that's from me, from somebody who's been out there, been in the position, that's desperation. A guy like DJZ doesn't pull those tactics out unless he really believes that he has to dig down deep and he has to break the rules to get this win.
Oh, DJZ throws him halfway across the ring, a big Piranha. Now DJZ goes top rope. Crossbody, no! Big DDT, throws him up against 2, 3, and that's it. DJZ picks up the victory over Airwolf. DJZ back in singles competition here at Glory Pro Wrestling. The crown of glory surely has to be in his sights.
Green Ant here to lock horns with Volgar. We saw these two face off in King of Trios, and the Colony, of course, winning the 2018 King of Trios. But this is an entirely different beast here, firing away with those missile drop kicks with no effect.
Green Ant and Volgar, neither's got a point on the scoreboard, a chance for either one to finally post something up. And I think Green Ant didn't want to waste any time. He came out guns blazing, but even that sort of attack may not be enough to even stagger Volgar.
He didn't want to waste any time, but he wasted a lot of energy as Volgar just absorbed all that. Now he's trying the sleeper.
Gonna try and rob him of his breath. That's a sound strategy, and Volgar,
Just sandwiched him in the corner there.
He used all of his weight to maximum effect to simply crush Green Ant into the turnbuckles.
Head of steam. Just cannonball in the corner.
Green Ant had nowhere to go, and all that mass just crushed him into the corner. You can see there Volgar casting an eye in the direction of Chris Levin, and he beat a hasty retreat away from the misfit of science.
Well, when you're in there with a monster like Volgar, you got to pick and choose your spots, and Volgar's just not letting anything affect him. Sends him across.
Up and around he goes. Satellite head scissor, no. He's going to try and roll him up. I don't think he has the leverage for that to work. It's a good thing he got out of there, or he would have been a green stain on the canvas.
Just tries to squash him. Just throwing everything he's got at Volgar. Volgar catches him.
That's an interception. Caught that flying forearm in mid-leap, and now squishing him with a bear hug.
Just trying to squeeze every breath out of his lungs here.
Earlier it was Green Ant trying to rob Volgar of his breath. Now Volgar does the same to Green Ant. Before he can get inside the hole, he ragdolled him right down to the mat.
Yeah, I think Volgar knew he was trying to escape, didn't allow him to do it. Just a 1 count.
Count of 1, but I think he didn't really put much of his weight across the shoulder blades at all. That nonchalant cover is not going to pay dividends.
And Volgar feeling a bit confident. He's got him up.
Lifts him right up, and slipping out the back is Green Ant, who ran Volgar. Looks like his right arm hit the turnbuckle with most of the impact. It might have been enough to jar him. I don't think it stunned him. No, it didn't.
Volgar just follows him across the ring.
In hot pursuit. Sends Green Ant all the way across and smashing him into the corners with his full body weight one more time. No wasted motion on Volgar here, Scott.
And Green Ant just collapsing in the corner. I know he's our resilient rookie, but I don't know if he can overcome this beast here.
Just a blatant choke on the part of Volgar as Green Ant one more time goes into the turnbuckle, but one time too many. And just the force with which he hit the boots of Green Ant, I think, carried Green Ant out onto the apron.
Yeah, it looks like Green Ant's gonna go up. He's got to do something big.
Flying with a crossbody, Volgar just caught him in midair and gave him the Cabradora backbreaker. And that was almost 3 with no weight on the shoulders.
This Volgar is so impressive. He basically caught him with only 1 arm and drove him down.
What power to snatch him out of the air like that and then redirect all the momentum into that kind of backbreaker.
I don't know what Nicodemus does to these monsters, but every time I see him, they just seem more vicious, more angry.
Picking him up into the Argentine backbreaker, popularized by... Oh! The El Connect style backbreaker.
So much height.
Huge senton to follow. That should be it, fans. I don't know many wrestlers coming back from that, but a sloppy cover, and I think that just cost him the match, Scott.
Yeah, it's not only a sloppy cover, but he's slow into it. And when you're in there with the resilient rookie who's never going to give up the fight, you got to put more body across the shoulders.
Great looking offense out of Volgar. He just did not follow up in an effective way whatsoever. He used that El Connect backbreaker and then that gigantic back splash, Scott. A huge senton on top of Green Ant and couldn't put him away.
Volgar just grabbed his chain out of the corner, though.
Well, hard to see from what I am looking at. Oh, now I can see it.
We could have a very dangerous situation here. Chris Levin's got to get that away from him.
Well, he is wrapping his own forearm in that chain that he brought to the ring. Well, Chris Levin here warning Volgar of what's going to happen. This is obviously a foreign object, an illegal weapon loose in the ring. And if anybody's been enforcing the rules lately, it has certainly been Chris Levin.
Well, Green Ant's still in it here. Trying to fire up.
I don't think these drop kicks have much behind him, and given how much he's taken, can you blame him? Oh, he punched him right in the side of the face with a chain. Well, Chris Levin told him what he was going to do, and he made good on that threat. This has got to be a disqualification.
I think Green Ant might be unconscious.
As a result of a disqualification, Green Ant.
Yeah, the use of a foreign object, an illegal weapon in the ring, of course, immediate cause for a disqualification, and a second time just putting it right in the mush. Well, here comes Thief Ant, and oh, he just got smashed in the face with that chain.
We got to get people out here. He has a weapon in the middle of the ring.
Well, there is a referee out there, but he's not daring to get into the ring.
I can't say I blame him.
What else is he gonna do? Good grief. This is the second one in a row where we have seen the complexion of a match changed by the chain of Volgar, and 2 of the 3 members of the Colony have just found out firsthand what it feels like.
So, this is the Sadie Hawkins Invitational, correct? Yeah! Did a lot of tag matches, some really great matches. Yeah, correct? But, I figured maybe we do a little something different. Since we are everything but ordinary, I say we make this special and say, no rules, no tags, anything goes. I call this Duck Rules. Yeah.
Oh, well, it seems like Sadcomp is game for this no DQ, no rules match, Isaiah.
Kevin Koo with the dive on Coach Mikey. Killjoy and Dom left in the ring.
Yeah, Killjoy with the deceptively heaviest hands, and Nova Pro just chopping the living daylights out of Carini. Not letting Kevin Koo feel like he was on the outs there. Hard kick out of the corner.
Forward missile drop kick by Rob Killjoy, representing the Ugly Ducklings.
Stands to reason they would be on top when it is their rules they have dictated for this match, but I gotta tell you, Sadcomp are one of the most dangerous tag teams in wrestling, and a team that can absorb a hell of a lot of pain.
Sadcomp comprised of Kevin Koo in the ring and his partner Dominic Carini, the Bone Collector. Yet to be seen in action is Lance Lude, the other Ugly Duckling.
Yeah, mutual admiration of Koo and Carini led them together, but the Ducklings have been traveling the country for years, perfecting their craft and becoming one of the best tag teams in all of wrestling, and one of the best tag teams here in Nova Pro.
Dual dives from the Ducklings, toe kick on Hilo by Killjoy, and the short suicide dive by Lance Lude.
Do you think them being in that Ducks, Ladders, and Chairs match last month gave him a little taste of the ultraviolence?
Maybe, but it definitely gave him a huge shot of confidence.
No doubt about it. I mean, these guys might be, that whole feud with the Hooligans may have given them a proclivity for these types of matches.
But also, let's not overlook that Sadcomp is coming off of a win last month over Gresham Phillips.
Yeah, a massive win. I mean, beating Jonathan Gresham, one of the best wrestlers in the world, and Sage Phillips, a finalist in the Commonwealth Cup, is no easy feat. Carini and Koo in short time could really make an argument for being one of the best teams in Nova if they're able to defeat the Ducklings and them on back-to-back months. Oh, he caught him. He caught him in the triangle after that duck goose. And now he's holding on to Rob Killjoy at the same time.
And an ankle lock. Dual submissions by the Bone Collector.
Well,
He's trying to collect those duck bones tonight.
Yeah, Dominic Carini told me before the show he was going to put up with any of their cake eater tactics. Things like a game of duck goose mid-match.
He is as cruel as Gunnar Stahl. Pure ice running through their veins with those double corner attacks. Dragon suplex right into the German suplex.
These two are looking like a couple of Bash brothers with the beating they're putting on Killjoy right now.
He's the worst for wear. This could be it. Lude breaks it up, makes the save. Lance Lude ascends the turnbuckles, both men dazed. Greeny saves his partner, pushing him out of the way.
He's mounting quite the comeback for the Ducklings now as Killjoy is licking his wounds after taking just a hellacious beating from Sadcomp.
Drop kick to the face for Ku. Gets mounted in the corner, flipped off. What power by Guarini.
But I mean, what resilience by Lude. Ku able to withstand that. He's trying to go for a pin. Ku just hooks him. Oh God, he powered him up!
Into the lung blower. That could be it.
Tom tried intercepting Killjoy, but just there he was able to break up the pin.
Coach Mikey's still favoring his arm from taking that dive by Ku to start off the match. It's very rare that we see someone attack Coach Mikey.
Very rare, but hey man, they're the ones who made the rules. Lance Lude trying to rewrite history as he is Trinidad and Tobago against Team Iceland in this contest.
Oh! High-low, turning Lance Lude inside out and in again.
That was both sweet and sour, but not enough to get Ku the pin. Great tandem offense we're seeing out of Sadcomp here. It's something that we've seen as a staple of the Ducklings playbook. But really, Sadcomp here has had pretty much control of the entire contest.
It was just brutal. Now Killjoy coming back with the strikes.
Again, those heavy hands. Kevin, Ku, and Tom, man, they have heavy hands too, and they're not afraid to dish them right back out at them.
Yeah, would not be surprised to see some teeth flying.
Yeah, Killjoy says no, sir, to a double backdrop now. He'll fight them both if he needs to.
Nice Saito suplex. Follows it in with the Meteor in the corner.
Uh-oh. He's got him stacked up in the corner. Are these two guys healthy enough to pull it off?
They gotta try it. Launch pad McQuack!
These guys may be pulling out a miracle.
Guarini makes the save. Coach Mikey cannot believe it. He is beside himself.
He's as surprised as Adam Banks was when he found out he was really a part of Iceland.
So many shots to Dom's chest, it almost matches his ring gear. Oh, stomps on that knee. Lude back up. Drops him with a low drop kick. Springboard double stomp to the back. Oh, a submission maneuver. Not something I'm used to seeing from the Ducklings.
Certainly would be embarrassing if you were to submit the submission expert with a sharpshooter. The fans want to see him tap, and Ku is desperately trying to fight Lude off so he can break it up for his partner.
Ku is just exhausted.
Tom's hand is lifted. He is so close to tapping out.
Oh! He just powerbombs Lance Lude onto Killjoy.
A moment of desperation breaks it up. Ku, very smart.
Dom really favoring that knee. Don't know how much damage is done to it. Sadcomp in firm control of this match. It'd be a huge win in their belt if they can knock off the Ugly Ducklings. I don't know what they have in store here. Oh, chop fest.
Yeah, chops are on the meal tonight. Bring your own applesauce. How is has Killjoy fighting them off
Small
still.
package.
Not only that, but getting a 2 count. I'm amazed.
Jumps into the knee. Ku's dazed.
Oh, he's holding on the ropes. Very wise, breaking that reverse run, and now he's got the feet held onto.
Oh, no.
Oh! Knee Jermaine right to the face. Oh, he just stuffed him with that pile driver. Ah.
Following 2 seconds. Here are your winners.
We are on time.
Isaiah, to call that win an upset would be an understatement.
George bringing the belt over for us. Last couple months with Tony Deppen, we've been seeing a little bit of different style from Tony Deppen. A lot more mat wrestling than the brawling that we've been used to. He is so well versed and well rounded. Collar and elbow tie up.
And again, we talked about that mat wrestling. That's what Tracy Williams' background is. He's a mat technician. We'll remember Catch Point Evolve. Drew Gulak.
They collar and elbow tie up again. Both men jockeying for position. Williams working the arm of Deppen. Twisting it around, as you said.
Wow.
A technician there. Put him down, shoulders down, 1 count. Another 1 count. Derwin right in position. One thing you can say about Matty, he's always in the right spot. Received an award last month. 1,000 matches.
1,000 matches Matt had as refereeing in his career.
Snapmare takeover by Deppen. Went to the chin lock and Williams immediately reversed it so quick.
Hot sauce is, it's ridiculous. Paul, we talked before that this is his 14th title defense. He defended it against like almost independent wrestling who's who. Something you're familiar with, myself as well, Colt Cabana.
Colt Cabana, absolutely.
Joey Janela.
Joey Janela wishing him well in his recovery.
Filthy Tom Lawler, who friends might know if they watch MLW television these days.
I know who Filthy Tom Lawler is also.
Also, if you've watched any NXT in the past couple of years, you've seen her. She's been on TV. It's Kimberly.
Yep.
And of course, one of the high-scale matches he had was against Tessa Blanchard. If you watched All In, you would have saw Tessa Blanchard coming out in that 4-way women's match.
I know Tessa very well. You've seen her in about a month.
And again, these are all people that Tracy Williams has defeated. Look at this. That kid is money. He's so smooth.
Right to the side headlock. Wiggled his way out of that one. Beautiful reversal into a hammerlock. Rolls Deppen over.
Look at the control, Paul.
Oh, man.
Look at the control. Holding down Deppen's right foot while torquing on that left ankle.
Tell you what, you've ever been in a move like that, you don't snap an ankle in a second. Deppen rolls through. Oh, and an elbow right to the kidney area.
Deppen tried to do the same move Hot Sauce did earlier in the match, but Hot Sauce saw it coming by a mile away. I mean, we're talking up Hot Sauce like crazy. Let's not forget to talk up Deppen. This kid's on a roll lately, Paul.
Tony Deppen, one of my favorite wrestlers on the circuit. Favorite one to call his matches. He is so fundamentally sound, and he can do anything. Like we said earlier, he can brawl with you, he can mat wrestle with you, he can take it to the air. So well versed.
I've seen him work deathmatch guys like Cannibal. I've seen him go toe-to-toe, and he's been in CHIKARA. Recently being in King of Trios with Fist, Icarus, and Travis Huckabee. Deppen is everywhere anymore. Deppen is really making a name for himself as one of the mainstays, one of the breakout stars of independent wrestling.
Absolutely, and so well deserved.
The governing body, look at the wrist control.
They say you always want to control the wrist. The rest of the body is sure to follow. Look at the way Deppen's wrist is contorted there on the monitor. Great work by our cameraman there. Zooming in and see Williams actually let him up. Deppen feels for his arm, trying to get the blood flowing back down to the fingers.
We talked before, it's like Tracy Williams is a mat wrestler. You can't just catch can wrestler. Let Deppen up to go to another. Look at this. Greco-Roman knuckle lock.
Gonna test the strength here. Deppen down to both knees. Now trying to fight back. Deppen now in control. Both men about the same weight. I know Hot Sauce weighed in at 187. Deppen doesn't use a weight, but he's probably about the same size.
Hot Sauce got the height on him, but I mean the weight seems pretty even. Look at this. Brilliant float over. Got both arms trapped. Trying to rip his neck clear off his head, broke his neck. Excuse me. Excited here, Paul.
Great ring awareness by Deppen, getting his foot up on that rope. Here at True Wrestling, they use a 16x16 ring. It's a little smaller than the standard independent ring. Most are 18x18. You still see a lot of 16x16s, the older rings. But Deppen knew right where he was at that time to get his foot up there.
Nice back grip. No DDT. You can tell Tracy Williams has found the body part. He's trying to look at that. Found the body part. He's trying to break apart for Deppen. Then it's that leg, that knee.
I'll tell you what, Williams has that shoulder wrap on too. You think Tony Deppen doesn't notice that?
It's like a bullseye almost, Paul.
Yeah. Deppen hasn't gone there yet, but I'm sure he will once he gets himself off.
He's got to be thinking a couple moves ahead, trying to figure out how to get out of this ankle pick first.
You can see the look on Deppen's face, and there you go, drop down by Deppen. Went for the leapfrog, roll up, schoolboy roll up, reverses and right back again. So fast is Williams. Deppen again off the ropes.
Brilliant. Tony able to finally use that counter wrestling he's good at.
Deep arm drag by Deppen, right into the head scissors, and both men mirroring each other move for move. Deppen winds up.
There's left of the apron. Deppen, though, pops right back in.
And right back to the arm drag. Williams reverses it over. Mile-a-minute action here in a roll-up, shoulders down, and a kick out.
Any combination gets two, and look at the look on Williams' face. He knows he was just half a count away from losing that title here in Berwick, Pennsylvania.
And just right on cue, as we said about the shoulder, you can see Williams holding his shoulder. Deppen went in, he's showing he was an inch away from getting that 3 count on Tracy Williams.
Now, I know from watching enough Tracy Williams matches, that's just going to incense the champion. You're going to see the intensity level right here. The intensity level is going to go through the roof, and hopefully Deppen can match that.
Right back, has him back into the corner, and Deppen now reverses it and raking his face.
Jeez. Deppen's a crazy person, Paul. We know this.
Kind of pie-facing him there in the corner.
You want to get nuts to Tony Deppen? Let's get nuts to Tony Deppen.
Big whip across the ropes, Deppen up and over. Oh, man.
Well.
Williams wound up with that chop, and they heard that down in Scott Township. It's heckling through the halls here in Berwick. That knee right across the back of the neck. You can see Deppen's face in martial arts style kick.
Tony tried to get out of the way of that kick, but he just ended up catching the point of Hot Sauce's boot right in the chest.
Slapping him right in the side of the head.
Hey, Matt tries to admonish him with that with open hands, man.
Absolutely. Like I said, Tracy Williams very impressed with him and his mat ability. He also has a little bit martial art ability. I can see with those strikes. Well versed. Like you said, 14 title defenses, 224 days as champion. That doesn't happen by accident. Oh, man!
Jesus. He actually, looking back, he actually beat Jonathan Gresham for that title back in February of this year. Jonathan Gresham, no slouch either. That's a name a lot of independent wrestling fans know as well.
Yep, Jonathan Gresham, very well known. Saw him a few times on Future of Honor.
Yes.
Oh, there's a punch right in the face. Nothing fancy about that.
Nah, that's not mat wrestling. That's just street fighting. Royal octopus hold.
This is the submission hold.
Yeah.
Cuts off the blood. Maddie's saying no. Deppen's feet are starting to buckle. Deppen trying to power out of it. Trying to reach for that rope. And
look at this.
Rolls him over. Shoulders down and right back into that.
Deppen goes for the kick out, and Hot Sauce catches him right in another submission. Look at the torque, Paul, on the shoulder blades and then the neck.
You can see Deppen, the blood flowing to the shoulders. The back of his neck is pure red. Deppen rolls him over.
Oh.
Tried to use his weight for him, and another chop by Tracy Williams right across the chest of Deppen. And once again, trying to shake that arm, getting that blood flowing. Oh, man.
People here in Berwick are asking him to do it harder.
Harder, he's going to put his hand right through his chest.
Paul.
There's the, Deppen ducks out of dodge and now reverses it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander there.
Those Koala rapid fire chops.
Deppen is losing it like Michael Douglas and falling down right there. You can see.
Those Kenta Kobashi rapid fires, but the Hot Sauce comes right back.
Kick out at 2 by Deppen. Deppen has lost it. You can tell he's been pushed over the edge.
Not a guy you want to push over the edge, though. I've seen Tony Deppen go a little bit crazy.
You know what, though? He's not getting a chance to really extend his body at all. Williams is all over him.
With that mean streak Tracy has. Showing here, Paul.
Big whip to the corner. Deppen this time up and over. Ducks under.
Playing evasion machine here.
Deppen a little innovative offense on his own. Slings him into the far corner. Chop right, and there's a foot sweep by Deppen.
Hops in with that back senton.
Floats over, shoulders wore down. 2 count. You can see the welt starting to form on the back of Tracy Williams. Deppen has a few battle scars of his own across his chest. Both men will be feeling this in the morning, and a picture-perfect drop kick by Deppen. Shoulders down, floats over. 2 3/4. We almost had a new champion.
Great hand attempt there by Deppen. Had the both arms trapped. Took a lot of energy to Tracy kick out of that one.
And Deppen feeling it here from this Berwick crowd. He is a crowd favorite here. And beautiful missile drop kick by Tracy Williams.
Hit him so hard, took that back to his feet.
Up top on that top rope. Wow, underhook.
Wow.
Right over, floats over, shoulders down, hooks the leg. 2 and you can't get much closer than that, Brad.
That was.
And the crowd showing their appreciation, chanting, "This is awesome." I have to agree with them. Williams knocking Deppen over now, and a kick right to the side of the head. Another kick to the side. Stomps him.
Uses that bottom rope for leverage.
You can see all match long, Deppen favoring that left arm. Another chop across the chest. And he's been working the left side of his body the whole time. The left leg, the left arm. Out goes Williams. Deppen might take flight. There we go. Oh my God! Tope Suicida! He almost knocked George over on that. And look at the look on the face of Deppen.
Deppen throwing caution to the wind. Everything he's got, getting Berwick fired up. He wants to leave here as independent champion. Tracy Williams says, sit the hell down.
Once again, soon as Deppen got momentum, Williams cut him right off. Deppen with that tope Soacita. He launched, he must have went 10 feet outside the ring in the air.
Yeah, but they almost went to the bathrooms.
He almost knocked over Aaron's brother over there.
Now Tracy's just laying in.
I'll tell you what, I know we're only 4 matches in here at True, but these guys are stealing the show here tonight. It'll be hard to top this one.
The rest of the card.
Be hard to top this one.
Deppen captures them in there.
Oh, man!
Jeez!
Has him up in the electric chair.
You looking for the one-wing angel?
Rolls him over.
Oh, only a 2.
So close. Look at the look on Tony Deppen's face. He can't believe it either.
That huge shotgun knee to that one-wing angel variant only gets a 2.
Those facial expressions are worth 1,000 words. Right there, Deppen obviously shocked. We are seeing a great matchup here on Powerbomb TV.
Tony Deppen. Call this Powerbomb Independent Championship match, Paul. We're calling an instant classic here.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure to be here tonight.
Looking for another shotgun knee.
How many chops is this by both men? They are just laying waste to each other. And now there's no more action. It's just an old-fashioned brawl here. Williams again knocking Deppen down, but Deppen keeps getting back up.
That's the resilience of the fight, the drive in Tony Deppen. What's he looking for? Doesn't matter, Deppen fires out.
Deppen with the bicycle kick right to the side of the head. Big whip off the ropes. Hot sauce bouncing out and a running forearm by Deppen.
This one's broken down, Paul.
Absolutely.
I think they broke it down in the best way possible, though.
What are we going to see here? Maybe a tornado DDT? Nope.
Oh! Huge lariat takes Deppen out of the
shoulders down, hooks the leg. Kick out by Deppen again. What is it going to take to put either one away? What is it going to take, Brad, to put either one away?
I don't know, Paul. I'm shocked that didn't do it. That DDT out of the top turnbuckle into that lariat.
We're seeing 2 of the best here tonight on the independent scene today. Crowd chanting, "This is wrestling," and you're right, it is.
Tracy having a hard time lifting a limp body. Oh, no, just kicks Deppen behind the shoulder blades.
Deppen says, "Hit me again." He's telling him to bring it, tell him to hit him again.
Yikes.
And look at the palm opened up on Deppen. You can see there's no circulation there.
That arm is practically dead.
Deppen rolls him over.
Oh, jackknife pin almost scores the victory.
Oh, there's that patent running knee by Deppen. Hit him right in the mouth and another one. I think a tooth flew out. Here we go. Deppen floats over.
2, 3.
Oh, man.
God damn, so close.
Tracy Williams will be spending his summer next year at Camp Chipatooth after that one. Kick right to the face. Something flew out of his mouth.
Good God.
And I know it wasn't gum. Look at the look on Tony Deppen. He could be crowning a new champion.
Looking for a double stop, maybe? Oh, Tracy rolled out of the way. Well, Tracy maybe looking for that cross. I'm sorry, the crossface.
Oh, man.
Pile driver.
Pile driver. Right on his head. Floats over. Hooks the legs. It's over.
There it is.
Here's your winner and still champion, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams.
And this match, Paul, is getting a standing ovation from those in attendance here in Berg, Pennsylvania.
Well deserved. The fans are on their feet here at True Wrestling, giving them a standing ovation. Well deserved.
This is the Nazma Doom, Hollow Wicked, with a message for Powerbomb TV. I've learned that CHIKARA has joined the channel, and what I saw was an opportunity for more ears to hear the word of Nazma Doom, more eyes to see his harbingers deliver that word. And what faster way to grab hold of those eyes and ears than by prying the Powerbomb TV title from its champion? Hot Sauce, Tracy Williams, I challenge you, I defy you to meet me in the ring. Name a date, name a place, give me one chance to rechristen that title in the name of the Lord of Rot. And Tracy, it shall be done. All glory, Nazma Doom.
Rory Gulak's style tests the adaptability of Ophidion's snake style, and though they settled nothing at La Loteria Letal on November 10th at Don't Go to Sleep, there'll be no one in between them. Hype Rockwell's proclaimed the proletariat boar of Moldova to be a selfish loser, and he turned his back on Oleg the usurper at La Loteria Letal. Will the proletariat boar be the next to go on Mr. Rockwell's wild ride? Travis Huckabee turned his back on his tag team partner in an effort to curry favor with the senior guard here at CHIKARA. At Don't Go to Sleep, with Gen 1 original Hollow Wicked looking over his shoulder, will this only fan the flames between the former Rumblebees? Professor Nicodemus likes to proclaim mind over muscle, but as the violence between the Proteus Wheel and the Colony only continues to escalate, will Calyx the Castigator be first to find out? You get too close to the fire ant, you might get burned. At La Loteria Letal, Princess Kimberly and the Whisper found themselves in the title picture for Los Campeonatos de Parejas, and in a four-corner tag team match, we might see another team arrive in the title scene, because any one of these dynamic duos could walk out with 3 points. Former tag team partners will collide on November 10th, not because of a breakup, but hoping for a breakthrough. Can Lucas Calhoun reach his former friend, Missile Assault Man? One by one, interim grand champion Dasher Hatfield's been knocking him out of the park, but he's never faced a challenger as conniving as the Whisper. The big gold belt is up for grabs in the main event, right here at the Wrestle Factory on November 10th at Don't Go to Sleep.